Good body every morning. Welcome to episode 198, season 4. 2 more episodes before we close out season 4, which will make us have 200 episodes of this podcast. I am Walter Cronkite, and this is NBC Nightly News.
I'm Jamal Smith, checking in, not on the nightly news. This is the TGI Friday episode of AltadenaTalks. Thank God it's Friday. Happy Friday. Made it to the end of the week. Hope everybody's doing fantabulous.
Junoy, having a good time. So, when I first wanted to get on podcasts and be in front of the camera, I auditioned with Marty Feldman, who, as most people don't know Marty Feldman, but they do know his son, Corey Feldman, who used to be a child actor turned activist or whatever he did. And I wanted to emulate radio announcers. So I would go in there with these voices and stuff. And he asked me to be, natural and everything. So he said, find out something that you can channel that you actually like, that you can remember. And so Jeffrey Holder, as you all know, was in Boomerang as the designer for Strange, and he was over the top always. That's just him. But he used to do 7-Up commercials.
Oh, yeah.
And his favorite thing was 7-Up, the young cola. So I imitated that. And Marty was impressed because he liked my spirit. I was outgoing. I was easy to, direct and everything. But when he came down to telling my mom she was going to have to spend $1,000 for a portfolio, not through him, but just, to go get some pictures done. Yeah. My mother said, that's the end of that career, son. I'm sorry, but we don't have that kind of money. Instead of trying to figure out how I could chase my dream at age 10, I'm pretty much thinking of age 10, 11. And I just was heartbroken. And that's what it was. I mean, we didn't have the money. What could we do? So.
Do you look at it differently now that you're an adult?
No. I still feel the same way. But what I did was, whenever my kids wanted to do something, I made sure that I was always there. I mean, my kids play baseball, football, soccer, whatever sport was out there that we could put them in, and they loved it. Mm-hmm. My daughter, when she first played baseball, they put her in right field, and she'd be out there picking 3-leaf clovers and stuff because no action ever came over there.
Getting bored.
Yeah. So the coach gonna say to me, "Your daughter's not paying attention." I said, "Have you ever seen anything hit over there, sir? So why would she need to pay attention? Nothing comes there. As soon as the ball's hit, it doesn't come to her. She's going back to picking her 3-leaf clovers, looking for the 4-leaf clover."
Right.
So it was funny. One time she was out there doing it and messing around, and the ball puts a pop fly up, and she just looked at her 3-leaf clover, dropped it, ran over, caught the ball, threw it back, came back over, and played with the 3-leaf clovers again. And the coach said, "Lexus, move over to left field." After that, she was a beast. She got action. But before that, it's nothing happening over there. I would have been doing the same thing. I am just bored out here, picking my nose and wondering what the poor people are doing that are out there eating sunflower seeds or whatever it was they're doing.
Morning, Marcus. What's
SROB?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. We're gonna have to look that one up, Marcus. We kind of got thrown off on that one. So we are happy that the year is closing out almost. We got 2.5 months. It has gone by very fast, even though every day we get up to do this podcast, it seems like it takes all day, right?
Yeah.
But looking back on, this is like a reminiscing moment.
Reminisce over you.
Yeah, just went back and looked at all the videos from the beginning of this, starting with the joke that I did when the power went out on the 7th in Arcadia while we were eating at Olive Garden. And it's backwards. Borsap.
Well, ATP, I know that. Altadena.
Oh, bros, but you spelled Boers instead of bros. I was gonna wreck my brain trying to figure that out. But yeah, just went from jovial to scared because I was driving down Orange Grove and I'm talking tree trunk branches were falling. And I documented it all. That's the thoroughbred education. And Marshall is having its first annual Hall of Fame ceremony on November 8th. Marcus, did you know about it? Because there's been no notification about it whatsoever. We got an email saying that it was going to happen. And
we meaning Sherry.
Yeah, she sent it to me. Yeah. So I'm her agent.
One of the most famous athletes coming out of there.
Right. And we're still trying to find out anybody else, but she got inducted into the Pasadena Sports Hall of Fame in 2017. Sherry's being inducted, and I guess whoever else was going to be in the first one, I have no idea. But we're supposed to be. Well, they told us that this was supposed to happen in July. Remember that time I told you, Jamal, that we went up there, and he said they eat rodents in La Cañada. What's that?
Huh?
It must be on the wrong podcast.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
La Cañada, they must have some filet mignon rodents because I never heard of that before.
All right.
Hey, it's always good to break up the monotony on the comments. Thank you, Teddy Belcher, 4K ultra wide.
Yeah, that definitely broke it up.
That sounds like a Samsung 21 plus generation.
Oh, phone?
Yeah.
That'll be the next one in 2026.
No, I got 4K ultra wide on the. You do too.
The Teddy Belcher 4K ultra wide version.
Yeah. I want that lens. That's the lens I want. The Teddy Belcher lens. Teddy, you should come out with a lens and call it the Teddy Belcher 4K lens ultra wide. That'd be great. I will buy it because I'm into that stuff. Now, if you can find me an ultra lens for this camera, that would be great because I'm gonna start using this in the field. This is the Osmo 3 with the tripod stand, courtesy of. Oh, hey man, that's all good. You right next door. In fact, half of Altadena residents are living over there, right by you. So, welcome to the town.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's 95.
Hey, Teddy, we don't mind you trolling. We love trolls, especially ones that got Rams helmets on with frog-looking faces. the Frams. Los Angeles Rams. But, yeah, looking back and just seeing where we are now. I mean, what is this? It's been 9 months? 270 days.
Yeah, that's insane.
So we got 60 more days left. 60
at the end of the year?
60, 70 something. What's it? 74? Something like that.
So I completely agree with you. I never envisioned us doing this, number one, on a daily basis, because I've told this part. Yeah, Brian said I got to do this with him if we're going to do this, but I'm thinking once a week, maybe a couple times a month at the least. But he said.
Well, you know what happened, right? What? We started getting crazy views, and I was like, "Let's do it again tomorrow." And then it just kept happening. Let's keep doing it, and that's how it happened.
And then he gets all this inspiration on the spur of the moment. At the spur of the moment. So we always spew stuff right then. He's like, we're going to be on every day. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, like, damn, really?
I'm making commitments for everyone.
I'm like, what the heck? How's that going to happen? Hey, we figured it out. When one of us can't be there, the other two, hold it down. Or sometimes it's just one person. That that team that came together between you, myself, and Tony, it was meant to be, I think. And the specific roles that we play has been phenomenal. But man, to think we're going to get to 200 shows in a couple days, nah, ain't no way.
What's funny is I would have done it every day because I didn't have nothing. Yeah, the reason why I wanted to be in front of this thing every day because I wanted to be able to. I felt that if people knew that I was in the same situation as they were, that they would pay attention to it. Because I'm going to tell you like this: if I was in Pasadena and Altadena's fires happened, I probably would not have done this. Not at all, because I wouldn't have been affected like that. It takes trauma for something to grow out of the ashes to make it so that it is now. I mean, look at us. We're the dynamic trio. Tony even, when we're not on, she now handles setting up the stuff, and everybody knows how to do everybody's job. So I'm very proud of you guys. Thank you for being on this journey with me. We're on it together. I get teared up because, I made 2 great friends. And we're like brother and sister. We bicker like brother and sister.
Yeah, we have.
Except Tony's now the big little sister. She's the older sister, but shorter sister. Look, if we ever take a picture, we have to make sure that you lower the camera so that
or get her Apple box.
Tony's head in the picture.
I always
said, I'm like coming over here trying to get all this abuse. Man.
I don't see Tony regularly, so when I see her, I'm always surprised at her height.
Mouse.
What'd you say? It's what? When what you happened? See her what? She talking about that daggone mouse. What did you say? I'm trying to hear what
you talking about me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I was saying that I'm always surprised when I see Tony, at her height. I expect her to be taller, but then she's little, and then she's and her presence is so big.
Right.
It's so cool. And every time I do see her, I do have to admit, I'm like, man, ain't no way you're about to be 60. I know it to be the truth, but it's still one of them things like, wow. Yeah.
I still
black don't crack
picture of you with your military uniform on, Tony. Just bright-eyed, bushy tail, ready to take on the world. I'm ready to go.
Can she even hear us?
Are you listening to us? She can't hear us. Or is she just ignoring us? That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm stuck, y'all. I can't do anything.
We can hear you.
Yeah, we see you.
We can hear you.
Her mouse died.
Her mouse. Oh.
No, that's what she said. Daggone mouse.
Oh.
So she didn't even hear like the magnificence we just bestowed on her.
Can y'all hear me now?
We can hear you.
We can hear you already.
Oh, I couldn't do anything. I'm like, I'm
we were giving you all these accolades and you heard nothing.
No, I did not. I'm like, my mouse, I thought, okay, let me plug it in. Maybe it's not charged, but it's not doing anything. I'm having a anyway, good morning.
Yeah, that's why I keep a wired one just in case. That happens to me sometimes.
I have the dongle for it, but good morning. Happy Friday, everyone.
She's coming out of that flustered mode.
I don't know what it's doing, but it's all good.
So you're going to have to go back and watch what we said about you, because I don't think it's not going to have the same effect repeating it.
It's all good. It's all good. No worries.
She's going to go back and she's going to turn on the tears. Oh, they love me. Oh.
Not at all.
Oh, yes, you will. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Because we said some very good things about you.
There's only... Nah, not over that.
Margaret said she's listening to jazz, y'all. You wasn't saying nothing.
I see that. I was like, I can't do anything. I can't hear. It's crazy. I don't know what it's doing. Anyway, how are you all this morning?
We are excellent. We were ready at 9:55.
Shut the front door.
Yeah. We just decided.
We still didn't start till after 10.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna give an ovation, a seated ovation. I'm so proud of y'all.
That's
why I didn't log in till now, because I was like, oh, it's Friday. They probably just barely logging in. They probably haven't clicked start or anything. So forgive me for thinking that.
I got good sleep yesterday. So
it's all good. Yeah, I kind of had to force him to go home. We're on the phone.
He's like, it's at the time you said, all right, man.
Yeah, we got on the phone. He's like, I'm leaving the office at 7:30. So I'm watching the game and talking to him. I happened to look over. It was like, it's 7:30. You better go home. I'm getting off the phone. Man.
And then why did I look at that stupid game and we lost by 2?
It was a good game, though.
I didn't see the game, but I did see something on it about Joe Flacco.
Yeah,
and so,
he became unflaccid.
Right, and so he basically pooped on the Browns' face because they just traded him, and they're still playing games, not putting Shador in. So I thought that was quite classic that he would win that by 2 points against. It's steel curtain. Maybe it's an aluminum curtain.
I can't be mad. I can't.
He balled out. He really did.
Fogies playing against each other. The older fogey won.
2 40-year-olds.
So maybe it's an aluminum curtain instead of a steel curtain.
Well, that's more like cellophane right now.
And look, I can't talk about nobody because I think we are 1-5.
Yeah, and the last loss that you had.
What's
my mama chiming in about? She was a mighty Air Force policewoman. I have pics of her in her uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's what okay, so you didn't hear what I said.
Yeah.
I had said, I still remember you looking like that picture in your uniform.
Oh.
The one you gave, because that's you like
bright-eyed,
young and bright-eyed, bushy tail, ready to take on the world. Shoot, what's next?
And I still am. And wait, what do the young kids say? And are or and is or whatever?
6'7". That's what they say.
Like what?
What does 6'7" mean?
Every time they see that together, like I was taking the girls to school, we were parked waiting to turn, and they looked at the license plate and it had some 6'7". They're like 6'7". It was like,
what is that? But no, you said, oh, she was bright-eyed, bushy tail. My correct response, I think, would be and am or and still am, something like that. That's what they. My daughter in Louisiana be doing that stuff. And am. I'm like, girl, stop.
Oh, don't even go back to the Midwest. Oh God, between Michigan and Louisiana, all I heard was you heard. After every sentence, you heard.
Let me tell you, she lives in Baton Rouge, and they say the weirdest thing. You know how we say, oh, I got to go to the grocery store. I'll be right back, right? I got to go to the store, get something. I'm going to cook dinner. She has adopted the South now, right? Mind you, she's from here. My dad's from Louisiana, but she's in Baton Rouge. So she has adopted their way of speaking, where she literally calls me Becky all the time because she says, Mom, you talk like a white lady. So you're in my phone is Becky. So this morning she called me. I've been in her phone as Becky probably since she was 13. She's called me Becky. She's like, you're always so proper, and you're a white lady, and I'm like, whatever. So so she says, she called me with one of her eye patient clinics this morning in the background. And she said, Mom, you remember the man I told you about that's always coming in here talking crazy or trying to sweet talk me? I said, yes. She said, well, he's right here in my office and I'm going to put you on speaker. So she puts him on the speaker and he says, good morning, Miss Becky.
Miss Becky? Oh, God.
Because he saw her phone saying Becky. So he called me Miss Becky. It was a couple hours ago. And I cracked up. I said, oh, that's not my name. And so she had to tell him, like, no, I call her Becky, but you can call her Miss Tony. So he did, because he told her, get your mom on the phone. I'm going to sweet talk her, too. She said, that's what you're not going to do. Not with that. But they say.
Go somewhere, young man.
Right. Instead of saying, "Oh, I have to go to the grocery store," they say, "I got to make groceries." I'm like, "What the hell is that?" That
Is
makes
that
no
you're going
sense.
shopping and making the food at the same
I'm
time?
like, that makes no sense. What do they mean? I got to make groceries. And so I'm like, I'm so thankful my father moved from Louisiana, joined the Air Force,
You,
wound up
huh?
out here in California. And oh, that's Sherry, Mom. So my very first roommate, her name was Sherry Garrett at Edwards. She says, send this to you. I'll put it in our group chat. But this was, I have one in my phone of me in the Air Force, but you guys have those, I think, or have sent them. But anyway, I'm like, girl, you are still a Californian. Like, you might live in Baton Rouge now, but
Oh, watch out, Tony. I see
that's
it.
Sherry. That's not even me. Her name is Sherry. That
Oh,
was my very first roommate. But because we were law enforcement, we were military police, and that's what I'll find one of me in my photos or whatever.
I got
But
one of you, but it's that one you guys always take to send back home to your family.
oh yeah, that's the one we all take in the beginning
Right.
at basic training. But
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the picture that I was going off of. She's like, I'm ready to take it all on. Let's go.
well, you know what's funny? As we are talking, my mother is literally texting me photos of me or us or something. So let me see what she said. Oh, here's one. I'll send this one. Thank you, Jackie Bailey. That's my mama, y'all, Jackie Bailey. That was in the room, but so we used to wear these berets because when you're in the military, if you're military police, you wear these berets. So that one was one in the room. Like when I first got stationed up here at Edwards, she's probably looking for other ones because she has them all in her. She uploaded, but that's funny that she has that one of Sherry. That was when I first got stationed at Edwards. Thank you, mother. She's probably gonna send me some more, but yeah. So she says making groceries and all this other stuff. Big in Louisiana, you can talk to somebody and you're going to hear, okay, baby, and stuff like that. And it's super easy to slide into. When I go down there and visit family or whatever, I slide into that Louisiana dialogue really, really, really quickly. And then I have to go, whoo, wait a minute. I'm not from here, or whatever, because they all call me little white girl or say, oh, you talk so proper, or, oh, they call me Valley Girl all the time, right?
Valley girl.
She's such a Valley girl. And I'm like, no, we speak proper English. Unlike down here, y'all speak whatever that is, right? And so we go back and forth. But my daughter lives there now. And she
That Creole slang.
She loves Louisiana. And and so she's in, and I say Baton Rouge. She says, you keep saying it wrong, Becky. And I'm like, well, what is it? It's Baton Rouge. No, we call it Baton Rouge. They don't say rouge, they say rouge.
They don't even say New Orleans, they say Nolens. And
no,
they
it's
don't
not.
They don't say Louisiana, it's Louisiana.
It's Louisiana. That's why I said a minute ago it's Louisiana. And it is New Orleans. It's not New Orleans. So when I hear people say New Orleans, I always correct them. I'm like, no, it's New Orleans. Or just say New Orleans, right? It's all like it's one word.
It's one word.
And Louisiana. And so she always corrects me. She says, it's not Baton Rouge, Becky. It's Baton Rouge. And I'm like, whatever. It's not Rouge. It's Rouge, So,
that's like this one girl used to tell me her name. It's not Chandra, it's Chandra. I'm like, you said it the same exact way. I'm confused. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to roll the L or the D or what am I supposed to do?
What was the difference in that?
Oh, let me send you.
There was no difference. She just wanted to be anal.
So this one right here is me in a few of my uniforms. It's a crop of that one my mother just sent me. But then it's one of me, and he's like a brother to me, Kenny, coming into our dorm room, or my dorm room.
I remember.
And then when I very first got back from basic training, I came home and my niece Ashley had been born, and so I got to see her. And I was laying
both fell asleep.
I was laying on the bed with her, and she was on my lap. And that's the oldest grandchild of my parents. She's the one that lives up north with her three. And then if you were training to be MP, they didn't have their own. So, Marine Corps, love them, but they're whack. And I say that because, like, we need the Marines for everything, right? But they don't have their own department. They fall under Department of the Navy, but they're in their own branch. And then to train to be an MP, they came to our base at Lackland Air Force Base, Texas, and trained with us, who were training to be police officers in the Air Force, security police. So that was, I don't even remember his name. He was from New York and Haitian, and we were dating at the time, but he was training to be an MP, and I was training to
You don't even know his name, but you were dating.
Dude, that was 40 years ago.
Oh, you remember
every name of every girl.
I was 18. I don't remember his name. I remember he spoke Haitian. He's Haitian and black or whatever, and so he spoke that language, and he taught me some stuff. I couldn't tell you because I had taken French in high school, so we would talk sometimes, but it's like the broken French or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember his name. I just knew he's from New York. But we dated for a few months when we were in tech school together, learning how to be cops, and we went our own way, and that's it. So that was me in the Air Force. In different pics of me in my uniform. I have others, but yeah, so thank you for the kind words that you said, gentlemen, when I couldn't hear anything and couldn't click on anything.
That's all right. I just watched the first 5 minutes.
I heard you say when I first came on something about I've met two great friends, or I have two great friends, or something to that effect. So I will rewatch it. But yes, as everybody probably knows, I didn't know Jamal and Brian. Didn't know Jamal until this show, or until they invited me on. Met Brian and sat and ate with him, I want to say 2 years ago at Pinocchio's for like a John Muir High School fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
And had seen him a couple times. That was it. I know that they're a Muir alum, but now...
The only time Tony and I have had interactions before that is when she talks smack on the alumni board, and I have to say something back to her.
Tony always talking smack. So now I have two amazing brothers, Brian and Jamal. They're my big brothers. And I say that because I'm the oldest, but I'm fun size, and they're both over 6 feet.
You gotta stop.
Please stop. We're gonna tell
you guys have a different connotation to it.
Well,
mine is my height.
I know, but
because I don't allow people to call me short, so I say I'm fun size. Get your dirty minds out the gutter.
Don't say that to certain people. Don't say that to certain people. That's all I'm saying.
And so,
sometimes, okay.
Together, I'm right here, and they're way up here, right?
That's what I was mentioning, Tony. It's like I forget your height because I don't see you all the time. So it's like, oh, there's Tony, and I keep walking like from a distance. We're like the same height, and by the time I get to her, I'm like, oh, what's up, Tony? How you doing?
Like, oh, Tony, hey, how you doing down there? How's the weather?
Trying to find the short straw.
Like the weather's totally different where I'm at, huh?
Right, but your presence is so powerful, so you make up, for your.
And I love deferring to her when somebody asks something, and she getting ready to eat them up. I'm like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll camera.
So I got a text last night asking me, was I running for town council?
Oh, yeah.
Because, today is the deadline.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you guys know that I was going to run as of last week. But, I prayed about it. I changed my mind. I think Monday I got real clarity and peace with it because, that address on Walpella will be my forever address, my forever home, right? But I did not live there on January 7th when our home burned down, my parents' home specifically. I would say our home because it's our as a family, but it's my parents' home, right? So I did not live there. So even though people want me to run, I have to be honest. I have to walk in integrity, and I have to be transparent. And like I've always said on here, that's where I'm from. Altadena will always be my hometown. I will live there again one day, right? I ain't rushing nothing, but I will. And so right now, because I don't live there, and people are like, well, nobody lives there, in the tracks, because everything burned down, you could still run. And I'm like, no, I would know that potentially I ran under false pretenses, right? And I could even say, yeah, none of us live there right now. But I did not physically live on Walpella and Mount Curve when the fire happened. So I am going to walk in integrity, be transparent, be honest, and I'm not going to run for town council right now. I will still engage and be civically engaged and committed to our town, not only through here. If Tony is on Wapello and y'all are on. Okay, Marcus, you got big jokes. But so I've made my decision. I know I hadn't announced it on here yet. I think I told Brian, but I got another text last night from someone, another text a couple days ago, like, okay, are we gonna help you with your campaign? And I'm like, so yeah, I prayed about it. I have peace about it. I'm okay with it. Yes, I would love to represent in that tract. But my understanding is that the 8 seats that are open, and maybe this is why I was told go on and run, is because not a lot of people are coming forward to fill those 8 seats. And
so what happens if the person that seat is up doesn't have anybody run for it? Do they stay there?
Okay, so there are always 2 seats at the same time, and they stagger. So Victoria Knapp, who's the current chair in the tract of the home address that I would use, which is my parents' home, right? There is another gentleman whose hers is up this year, 25. His is up in 26. So whoever gets elected in that tract this year to replace Victoria, their term is for 2 years to 27. The other gentleman, he's in the same tract, but his term is up this time next year. And so the next person would be up in 28. So, but I'm certain you will keep pressing. Oh, that's a given till I take my last breath, Marcus, because I'm Altadena through and through to the bone till I take my last one. So, so it's always staggered. So there will be one person, but I kind of feel like people whose homes are burned down, they're so preoccupied right now with, number one, what decision do we make, right? Are we going to rebuild? Is our insurance enough? Do we need to do other things or whatever? And that should be on top of, here's where we live. Am I paying a mortgage and a, rental or whatever? Their life is, their life is so fully preoccupied that I have a feeling they're like, I can't do this, right? Victoria Knapp, who is the chair and who is fabulous, has held it down as the chair all this year, but she's tired. And a lot of the people on the council are tired. So if by chance they say, we are waiving that requirement that you physically lived there, you know what I mean? By that day, and they come back and say, look, we can't fill these seats. Tony, did you still want to consider running? If that comes later, I will. But I think enough people probably have put in. I know that young lady, Allison Crawford, had already put in to run. She's a Muir alum. She lived over on Rubio and her home burned down. And so if she runs, I did text her the other day and told her my decision and said, if you need me for anything, if you run and you get that seat, all you got to do is call or text me, right? I will be there. I'll be available. I'll do everything I can. But if for some chance or reason somebody does not run or doesn't sit in that seat and they reach out to me and say, hey, Tony, would you consider putting your name in the hat for it? Then I will. Because I was very honest, even when I talked to Victoria and Nick recently at the Collaboratory, and I said, you all do understand that I did not physically live there. I consider myself a 57-year Altadena resident because my parents bought the house when I was 2.5 in 1968. My brother Jeff was born there that year in September. Like, that's our home. That's our permanent forever home address, right? Because like my kids, I think a couple of them still have that on their licenses and, different stuff. But either way, that's how I feel. But again, I got to be honest. I got to walk in integrity. I can't be like, oh yeah, I live there, I'm going to run for that track. But so they do know that if something comes up and I need to do that, and my parents are like, yeah, that's cool. Use our address because that's our family home address, whatever, right? Then I will. But as of right now, as of Monday, I decided I am not going to run. I had it all filled out and everything, but I was like, I can't not be honest or walk in integrity because that's something that is to my core. That's something that is a character thing. And we were taught about having good character and walking integrity by our parents. And so I will help out Dina however I can. But just know I have made the decision not to run because again, I got another text from someone last night. So love you all. Thank you for, encouraging or inquiring to see if I would. But I do want to just say on here today, I have decided, no, I will not. And those are my reasons. And nothing negative or whatever, but I just want to make sure that I do things right. Especially when it comes to Altadena. Well,
Yeah,
my life.
we don't want no problem.
Very respectful. And you had said at the very beginning, if you don't, that was going to be the reason why you wouldn't. So
yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And a lot of people have come and called me and said, Tony, please run. Tony, please run. Do the, and I'm like, okay, but I can't, because I know that wouldn't be, thank you, Cheryl.
Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
You know, in some ways,
Mark said that doesn't mean you can't run for governor. Why does everybody want me to be running for a public office? Jesus, help.
What it is you're very transparent. You're speaking the truth. You're very knowledgeable about stuff. When people need somebody like that,
we hold your ground.
We want somebody like you to be in there. That's like a Jasmine Crockett that ain't gonna. I know everybody talking about. Oh, she's so ghetto with her words. It depends on exactly. But you're looking at the words that you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
But we do. So
they're just not used to someone speaking to them so truthfully in that manner. But I think it's what Brian said, and most importantly, again, you hold your ground. You're like, nah, this is how I feel. This is what the truth is, or this is how I see it, and this is what's going on. Until I see otherwise, this is the direction I'm going, and this is what I'm about. So I think that's why it seems, like people are really pushing for you to get to politics, because it's folks like you,
and I'm one of the and I'm one of the first ones to also come back and say, hey, correction, I was wrong. And I think that a lot of politicians won't do that. They'll lie their way through. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to just be like, hey, and I've even said on here, there's been a few times where I was headstrong, like, nope, this is the way it is. I'm not changing it. And then I've had to come back and say, well, I went and I talked to somebody and it really enlightened me and opened my eyes, right? Because you can't also be so headstrong that you're not willing to listen to other perspectives and then maybe not change what your heart is and what the truth is, but at least say, okay, I can see where somebody's coming from. And so I've done that, and I will continue to do that, because I think that's how we all evolve and grow daily. And as long as you're willing to do that, you're good. If not, then no. But trust, I'll be engaged. I'll be involved. People are like, Tony, you know, Catherine Barker's gonna term limit out in 2 years, and you can run for county supervisor. And I'm like, where are y'all getting this stuff? And I've had people tell me,
a lot of pictures.
Yeah, people are telling me, I'll run your campaign. And somebody else was like, I'll get your first $100,000 donated for that campaign. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I have not said I'm running for anything other than I thought about or considered Altadena Town Council.
They're getting ready for you. That's all it is. They're getting ready for when you do say, thumbs up, let's go.
Yeah, you like the first round draft pick.
Waiting for you.
I ain't playing.
They're waiting for you.
Thank you,
Mark. Trade up.
I am a political outsider, but I love politics, y'all. That's why I know so much about politics. My father growing up in Steele, he watches Rachel Maddow every day. And, you know, we would watch a lot and I'll read a lot. But I think politics is very interesting. And I think that if you don't know anything about politics and you're ignorant to it, that's how we're in the boat that we are now, that people just listen to whatever, don't know the actual factual facts, and don't get engaged enough civically to understand it and really know the facts.
So a whole different level of enthusiasm to the game.
Politics?
Yes. There are a lot of people I know that know it and understand and do what they need to do to voice their opinion and be involved. But you're like, this is where they are, you're like off the chart. So, and I think that, you know, that again that's what's attractive to folks.
Thank you.
And like Marcus said, and me too, learned a lot from you.
Oh, thank you.
And me as well. That's why I always defer to. I have the encyclopedia right next to me. Would you mind saying that again?
Yeah, we were saying that yesterday. As much as we talk about how Brian remembers stuff and has that knowledge base, you have that too. And yours is specific to the things that you are so enthusiastic about. And you pull stuff like from out of the air and just and just people are like,
Right.
okay, yeah, oh really? Okay, cool.
I had to go to
That's how it works.
Pasadena on Wednesday and I was hungry. So I stopped at the Baja Fresh over on, in Hastings Ranch. And I met an older couple from Altadena. Their house didn't burn down, but lots of people, family members and friends did. And so we were speaking and I started talking about a bunch of stuff, right? The show and all this. And the man said, "Excuse me, are you a lawyer?" And I said, "No, but I've been asked that a whole lot."
But
and I was
told
growing up like, you should have gone to law school. But it's just, those are the things, law, justice, because I'm gonna take the side of an underdog in 2 seconds, and y'all know I be ready to fight people, right? But I don't physically fight people anymore. I have to just,
anymore. Anymore. Did you hear that part?
Look at my mama talking about she was born like that, knowing everything.
Oh, we've heard. She shared that with us.
I don't know everything, but look, my son Seth is like that. And I remember when he was about 8 or so, either my dad or mom said that to him. And he said, "I may not know everything, but I know a lot." and he was real little. So he had a little squeaky voice when he said it. But, I'm now, Marcus, yes. It used to be the other way around. And even now, I'm not going to fight you like that, but I'm going to handle you. So,
Don't get on the bad side.
But hi there. Oh, here, come here. I'm gonna let you get in my lap. Y'all heard me fussing yesterday, and this little joker here. I'm gonna put you on the camera for 7. Let's see if they. Oh, you've been in the backyard. You got so this is 7. I am dog sitting.
7 is big for a lap
What's
dog.
up, 7?
No, he's a mini schnauzer, and I love 7.
Scott, I just barked at
he's
Scott.
laying on my shoulder.
It's not fair. My dogs are at home.
His mother brought his food and stuff, but she forgot his bowls. So he will not eat unless I put some of his food in my hand. And y'all know I'm not going to be just hand feeding this dog. So get down, go play.
He's like a big old person.
I did earlier. I gave him some. And then I was like, boy, you better. I have a dog bowl. I put it in there. He will not eat that food out that dog bowl because it ain't his. So it's Hannah's friend. And she went to Atlanta. And we're supposed to be sharing custody this weekend, but I ain't seen or heard from her. So I may have 7 until Monday morning. And she brought him yesterday at like 4:50 in the morning. so 7, this is second time that I've dog set him, and he loves me and he loves playing in the backyard and running, but he won't eat. He will drink water. So I don't know what I'm gonna have to do to get him to eat his food because his mama forgot his bowls.
He gonna eat something, get hungry enough.
And that's what I figured, but I fed him yet. He'd been here since 4:50 yesterday morning.
What did Marcus say?
For what I gave him a little while ago,
he's gonna
learn today, right? Because I'm like, you better eat, boy. And I put him in his crate last night because he think he gonna be all in my room or up on my bed, and I'm like, no, sir, it's time for you to go to bed. I put a blanket over it and covered it, and brought it in the house, and was like, good night. But 7 is, I don't know if he's 2 yet or something, but he's cute as he could be.
Yeah. How big is he gonna be?
That's it. That's his full size. He's a miniature schnauzer.
He looks full on.
Yeah, he's maybe 2. He's full grown, all that. So, but he's super cute. But no, I do. I think it's important that we take care of and care for the underdogs in society, because somebody has to advocate for them. And so if it's me, because of just my personality and who I am and how I always have been, because let me tell you something, I've been a tough cookie also since birth. I don't know what I was like as an infant, other than like I grew up with asthma, had really bad asthma, but I was always sick and at the doctors and getting allergy tests and all this stuff and taking that nasty green asthma syrup medicine I had to drink. But I've shown you guys pictures of me probably being 2 years old with an attitude, or maybe 3.
Yeah,
There's my little dude.
There's yours. Now you have two. You have a new one, right?
Yeah. So, Jasper died, right? And so Sherry was like, I'm going to bring you a dog home. She didn't say that at first, and I really wasn't interested. But this little dog, both of them have actually been like a little bit of therapy for me because, somebody that I can go talk to that's not going to talk. Just not going to have an opinion. That's not going to say anything, and just let me give them some love. That's what they do. They let me love them. And, kind of, they're like, what do you call those? Service dogs.
Like a therapy dog.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like a therapy dog.
Every day.
I just come home and lay down and they jump all over me and I'm like, that's how I need the love. It's so funny. And then they get tired after about 5 minutes. Okay, we're leaving you alone. And they go out. But yeah, animals soothe the savage beast. I think, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So,
my Bluetooth just came back on and connected to my shocks. I didn't even ask you to do that. So what are you even doing? Let me change.
Well, it works now, right? For 45 minutes in.
Right. Like, why are you just connecting on my, because my mouse was on Bluetooth. So I'm thankful my laptop is also a touch screen. So you guys probably saw me doing this because I was checking the settings and doing all that, but it brought the Bluetooth on. So I'd rather just put them on right now and not fight with this laptop right now and finish out. Okay, there.
So as you all know, we got 2 more episodes after this one before we turn 200. And the suggestion was, let's flip Wacky Wednesdays, Way Back Wednesdays to Wellness Wednesdays, because I think this last one we did was pretty good. And it's time to focus on some things that people really need to have in their lives. Support groups, talking about where you can go to, do self-therapy, like go to the park, lay down on the grass and stare at the sky.
Grounding.
I do a lot of that. I'm always on the ground. One time I was laying in the park and the police came up and said, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah, man, I'm just taking in the universe." But you got to be careful what you say to police because they always think you're on drugs when you say something weird stuff.
Lucky they left you alone.
And he went like this. He goes, "Carry on. I wish I could do it." I said, "You could.
Lay down." That's what I'd have told him. Lay down.
But he didn't want to do it. He was like, "Nah, I'm on duty." I said, "Well, when you get off duty, find the nearest park, go to a secluded area, and just lay down. No one's going to bother you unless another police officer comes along and goes, 'What are you doing there, Jim?'" Other than that. I used to go to Mount Wilson. It's been closed for a while since the fires, but I really love the drive up, and I really love the sanctuary and the silence. So when I used to go up there before, I used to take my drones, and at 6,000 feet is the second ozone layer. So when you're up there at Mount Wilson, you can
feel like you high.
Well, you could see the brown layer underneath the blue layer. There is a clear line that shows you. And I was always fascinated with that, going, how does that work? I mean, I'm not going to call Bill Nye the science guy either. I don't want to know. I'm just, curious to how this earth is just, it's amazing. And the people on it are amazing, especially when they're not having attitudes and stuff like that. But I love everybody. I'm just wanting the world to be a better place. That's all.
So my father, I told you, was an engineer and used to work for South Coast Air Quality Management District for like 32 years. He got his, remember I told y'all when I was in 3rd grade, he got his degree. It was chemical mechanical engineering, his master's degree, a dual degree. But that was his job, literally. He could tell you all about the ozone layer. He used to tell us when we were little about don't use this product, don't use this because it's going to deplete and poke holes in the ozone layer and all that. And his job was literally to go around to factories all over SoCal and find them, right? Check their particulate matter that they were putting in the exhaust in the air and all of that, because it contributed to the ozone layer and all the pollution that we had. And he would find them and say, okay, they had regulations, you can only put out this much and all that. So yeah, I would wish you could ask my dad, but he'd probably look at you like, young man, I can't tell you nothing about it right now anymore. When I was over there Saturday or Sunday, me and my sister were asking him something, and he was like, oh, I wish I could remember that. But in all honesty, like, he did this and he helped us not have the brown cloud of pollution that we used to have. Remember growing up, how bad it was and we couldn't hardly breathe? Because of his job, we don't have that anymore.
On fire after recess when I leave school. Oh, it'd be horrible.
Yep. So, so kudos to Al Bailey and what he used to do, because we are breathing cleaner now. But it seems like a lot of the work that was done was, oh, y'all hear how I be calling my parents Al Bailey, Jackie Bailey? I know, Jamal, you would be like, we would never be able to do that. I know, but I call my mother sometimes Jackie Bailey, or she'll call me up, be like, hey, Jackie girl.
It don't even feel right for me to even do that.
But I mean, I respect my parents. I call them mom and dad too, but just sometimes I'd be like, hey, Jackie Bailey, hey, Al Bailey. But not all the time. But I know you guys say you couldn't do that at all. She said, listen to you talking about air pollution. Hey, because I know you know what your husband's job was, girl? So yeah, because that's what my dad used to do. And remember, I told you guys how he would always tell them it was going to be a bad smog day in a few days. It was like I was a barometer, because this eye right here would get like this big. And I'd be walking around with like this, one eye big, one eye small, because my asthma would start acting up, and he would tell them. But yeah, that's real talk about the ozone layer and the pollution and climate change, stuff that I've known about all my life that we've heard about more in the last, 20 years or something. Climate change, ozone layer, and all that. But we heard about it growing up, because that's what my dad did. That was his job. And so we knew, like, and that's probably why I'm a grounder and a gardener and stuff like that now. I hated it growing up, like, because I was so prissy and I wasn't going outside doing all that yard work and all that stuff. But as an adult, I really appreciate it and try to use ozone friendly or environmental friendly products. And that's why I don't throw food away. I put it in my composter and then put it back in my garden and stuff like that, because that's things that I grew up with. And it is so very important. And all of us can still do our part, right? Whether we're recycling our bottles and cans or doing compost or whatever, it's up to us to be kind to our planet, because we've been so cruel to it. And it's now like, oh, okay, I got y'all. It's going to be 120 every day next summer and stuff like that.
Right.
Right.
Like that episode from Twilight Zone. It's a hot day. Maya's a hot day. The sun's getting closer to the earth.
Look at Marcus. You know what? You on one today, bruh. It's a Friday and he coming with all the jokes. I've been prissy since I got here. Let me find this little picture. I'm gonna try to find it, y'all.
Remember, Marcus, her mama on here. She going to attest to the fact that it's true.
Oh, she gonna, yeah. She's not gonna say no. She wasn't. She gonna be like, She gonna be like, yep, y'all got it right. But I'll say it. I'm gonna see if I can find under Tony. I know my mom has this too, but little Tony was sitting on this. Hey, what's up? You want to get petted real quick? On a curb somewhere. I must have been 2, and I'm telling y'all, there it is, little Tony, little prissy Tony. But little Tony right there probably had an attitude, because I was probably ready to go. But yes,
now, I know what you're saying. These shoes ain't product.
No, let me tell you about those shoes. I lived in those shoes. I don't even remember. My mother will do the co-signing and fill in all the details. But again, when I was born, my feet, I'm real pigeon-toed. You guys could still see when I walk sometimes, I'm walking like this, right? But I was pigeon-toed. And so I had to wear corrective shoes that the top wasn't always enclosed, because you could see my socks. But they had to, Mom, I always say they broke my legs. I'm not positive if that's what it was. I think they had to break my bones and then reset them. And then I walked with these shoes that faced outwards with a bar in between, because otherwise my feet were close to touching. I was super pigeon toe. So then I was in those shoes. And for a very long time, long time, probably till almost 5 years old. but yeah, I've always been super prissy. And
okay, Forrest Gump.
I did. I had them corrective shoes though, because I was pigeon toed. And that is the picture I was looking for of little Tony with an attitude. I'm telling you, I was sitting there like, are we done? Can we go? Because when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. No matter what. Still to this day.
Definitely believe it.
You said you wouldn't believe it?
I'm looking at
I said we definitely believe it.
I'm looking at
because you guys have gotten to know me pretty well. Oh, you on my Facebook looking at pictures?
No, I'm on Wikipedia.
Oh.
Looking at pictures from 1966 in New York, where for 3 days smoke was so thick you couldn't even see to get anywhere. And then 3 years later, they passed the Clean Air Act, which made pollution-producing companies shut down or change their way of doing things.
Yep, that's what my dad basically did. She said no broken bones. Oh, they straightened out my hips. Okay, I wasn't sure what the story was. That's why I asked, because I know she's on. They probably were Buster Brown shoes, Sherry. My mother could tell you whether they were or not. Remember Buster Brown? We all did in the 60s and 70s. But whatever it was, I'm glad to know it was my hips, because if I ever have any hip problems, I'm gonna be like, y'all better go back to 1965 because it's been a problem. No,
70.
but yeah, it was correct. So next time you guys we're all together, you'll probably see when I walk, you'll be like, oh yeah, you do still walk pigeon toe. But I've never tripped and fell over my feet or anything, but I did have to do. I have actually tripped over my own feet. That's a lie. Because I walk like this still. Not like this, but still I kind of walk pigeon toe. But anyway, so I had hip problems at an early age when I was born, apparently.
That's all right. Your mama had the wherewithal to notice and get it fixed.
Oh, yeah, they did. Well, because I was pigeon toed. So whatever happened, they had to straighten out my hips in some way, shape, or form. And yes, those little white shoes I had to wear, but they were turned out. It was almost like how you see kids, they put their shoes on the wrong feet.
Mm-hmm.
But my shoes were made that way. Like going.
So you were naturally gangster walking.
Yeah, they had to give me those because where are you at, 7? You must be outside. 7. Look, I had to check on him because he'd be outside, and I don't want no coyote jumping the wall or the fence, and then I hear something else because I had. Oh, there you are. Okay, he's
having schnauzer fricassee.
Yeah, he loves being outside though, and my backyard is big enough that he could just play and all that.
I'm glad you don't have that size yard at the house.
I don't know if it's that size yard or what, but he loves being outside over here. Because hi, you came in because I called you. Thank you. I had to check on you, okay? Anyway.
Yeah, you was Forrest Gump.
They were on a bar. The shoes went like, you know what? Let me see. What were they called, Mom? I'm going to say corrective shoes with a bar. I'm going to look for it. In 1960.
And I'm going to look for pictures of Forrest Gump.
You know what? Bar in the middle. 19. I'm going to put 65, 6, something. I'm going to see if I can find it. Here they go right here. Here they go right here. This is what they were. I'm telling y'all, these were my shoes.
Where they at?
Copy this picture. Hold up, bro. Hold up. I'm going to put them in our WhatsApp. I found them. This is what I wore for I don't know how many of the first years of my life, but here they go. Hold on. Let me get to our WhatsApp page and paste. All right, there you go. Remember I said the top was cut off? Mm-hmm. So I didn't have, like, you could see my socks and stuff. or my toes if I didn't have them on. But it was that bar, and they were faced the opposite way. So I got a pretty good memory, y'all, because I remember I used to live in them. Those are my shoes.
Yeah,
so see how they went out? So they faced the other way, and then the little toe part was cut off, and that's how I walked, or had to wear them anyway. I don't know if I walked in them, Mom. Did I walk in them? Or they were just on like when I slept and all that? I don't even know. But my mother knows. She could chime in. You didn't walk in them. Oh, they were for sleeping. Okay, see, before I even asked, she answered. What are you? No, I didn't have the
And then she said them as time went on.
Yeah.
Man, that was after 5 years old. She done broke out them mugs, and now she on her own. Looking for us, like, yeah, baby.
Margaret said, I love it. All your moms watch the podcast. I'm certain their parents are very proud with the work you're doing at Altadena. And look, before I could even get it in, my mom said you didn't walk in them, they were for sleeping. So okay, so I didn't have to walk in them, which is maybe why I'm still a little pigeon-toed, because I was still walking pigeon-toed and only slept in them. But yeah. Oh, see, Marcus even had family that wore those. Those were the OGs. If we had hip or pigeon-toe problems, y'all, that's what we wore.
Who wore them? Third grade?
You're so stupid for that. They're good. Oh, that's what I was. Pigeon-toed.
She was doing her thing.
She said, just like Forrest Gump. Thank you, Mother. Didn't ask for that one.
It's okay.
You see what she just posted? Just like Forrest Gump.
Give that pigeon-toe dance. Hey,
so that was the first. And do you know I can't see walking? I've tried to learn it, and I just can't. Maybe because I'm too pigeon-toed.
You gotta put those anyway, brace shoes back on. They got that flexible spring, so when you kick the foot to the right, it come right back.
Can you imagine having a baby with those on, and the baby sleeps in your bed at night, and they turn?
Oh, that's cutting your leg all up. Ask your mama to see the scars. And she knows she got some. Your mom was like, Can you put that girl in there, man? Nathaniel.
She get to go in her own crib. I think we all slept in our cribs. You got to try doing it in cursive.
I have been an independent person since birth. I mean, I never wanted to be in the house. And my dad had a CNI dog, this big German Shepherd. Mm-hmm. And we had this big old backyard in Ohio. And I must have been about 2. And the funny thing is, I can remember this. I remember the thickets were real tall because my father was blind, so he didn't cut the yard. My mother wasn't going to do it. And so I'd be out there in the thickets with the dog, because the dog would be right there with me. Mm-hmm. And my mom would say, Brian, come in the house. I wouldn't come. She'd go, Kingston, bring Brian. So he grabbed me by the shirt and shirt. That was my dog.
Oh, the dog. Okay.
Yeah. So he grabbed me by the shirt and dragged me in, and I'm kicking and screaming the whole time. And he plopped me right there and probably look at my mom and go, I can't stand this child.
Right. So you had Kingston. I had Hippo. I miss Hippo. We had Hippo and then Tyak, but Hippo was my big old my big old Saint Bernard. Remember I told you guys we had that Saint Bernard whose head was like that big? It was, yeah. That was our dog. The short hair one, not the sloppy, long hair shedding on everything and all that. There he is. That's my DOG. And look, I had an 80s hairdo that was like this, and his head and neck was humongous. That's my dog Hippo. See how he
looked like an album cover that Lauryn Hill would use.
See how cut he was here, the leg.
Yeah, that has some pecs.
That's my dog. I'm telling you, I cried a baby. Oh, my mom said me and Eric. That's right. Me and my brother Eric did both have those shoes. I cried like a baby that day. 2:00. I remember they had to go take him to the vet to put him down, and they said they were putting him down at 2:00. And I was in history class in the D building, crying because they would put my dog down. I knew I'd never see him when I got home again.
I'm like, what's wrong with you? I'm my dog. I'm my dog.
I was boohoo crying. The teacher, everybody knew. Now that is the only dog that I would probably get again, because dogs. Oh, he coming in here with his bill on. Dogs are like some damn babies, y'all. Because like I said, hey, come here. You want some of this food? I filled up your little cup.
She don't want nothing. I don't want none of that.
Eat, now watch. I filled up. His mama gave this his little scooper, right? So I filled it up just now. Put it at his nose. He didn't want it. I'm putting some in my hand. Let's see. Here, you gonna eat? Eating it out my hand, y'all.
Oh, hey, let's do the little pigeon toe dance for that.
You have to eat, man. You have to eat. Get you out of here. Right? Because he don't want to eat his food. I even put warm water on it, to make it like gravy and stuff.
Like gravy train?
Yeah, he's eating it out my hand. Crazy.
I used to put water on every type of dog food, not knowing that they all don't do that.
Yeah, no, not all of them. Not all of them. But here, you want some more?
We've had such a good conversation that we haven't even made any announcements yet.
I know, me coming on late, couldn't hear stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go for it.
I'm not even in that mindset right now. I gotta bring myself back.
I'm enjoying the conversation. Handfuls of food, little bit at a time.
I'm looking for the images and listening to the convo. Good stuff.
Now look, I know me and my siblings and all of the grandkids and my parents are all spoiled and stuff, but I am literally hand feeding this freaking dog. 7, you have lost your mind. You will not eat out of the bowl, the doggy bowl that's here, because your mama left yours, but you want me to hand feed you. And I'm doing it. That's the crazier part, is that I'm doing it because I know he has to eat. Yo, I'm hand feeding.
Oh, Jamal, you said that one of the events is canceled up at the library, right?
It's the
here.
The board game.
Yeah, hold on.
This is not gonna happen until Monday. I'll tell you that. You will be hungry, but you haven't eaten since you got here yesterday morning. So here, you got to eat something. Can't believe I'm sitting here feeding you by hands and feeding you a dog. Should be eating it.
Okay, so you getting ready to do the slides, or you're in the middle of something else?
I got a plate right here that I had.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it.
All right. Sorry, guys. I'm hungry, so I had to eat some cashews.
Oh, we heard the package and everything.
Yeah, I was trying not to be that loud.
I muted you a couple times.
I didn't even know.
Like,
I'm not pulling a Tony. I need some snacks right now.
You about to go get some snacks and go downstairs and go like this?
Yeah, you know it, baby.
Oh, now you're eating. Good boy. Here, I'm gonna put the rest of it on this paper plate. It's more. Now I got you to eat. Finally.
Yes, y'all. Here we go with the slides. The announcements. So the Altadena Community Center is still up and running. Is the survivor support location. It's at the 730 East Altadena Drive in Altadena. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4:30. Today is the last day for in-person services from FEMA. So after 4:30 today, you can still get help from FEMA, but you have to contact them directly. If you want to find out who specifically is up there when you want to go, which services, you can scan the QR code right there. We still have the LA County One-Stop Permit Center, which is at 464 West Woodbury Road, Suite 210 in Altadena. They have walk-in hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30. You can do your rebuild consultation appointment. You can set that up Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., as well as on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to noon. You can also set up a Southern California Edison planner appointment, and they have those available Mondays and Wednesdays from 8 a.m. to noon. To set those up, though, you do have to go to the website, recovery.lacounty.gov/rebuilding/1-stop-permit-centers. You go all the way down to the bottom. When you get to the Altadena one, there's a button that says schedule. Just go ahead and click it. I believe it's a red button, and then you can set that up. As we know, LA County is waiving and refunding permit fees for homeowners who are rebuilding after the Eaton and Palisades fires. Basically, homeowners who've already paid their fees can have it refunded. Those who have not yet paid their fees can potentially have them waived. To qualify, though, you must demonstrate that you both owned and lived in your property prior to the 7th of January. In addition, only certain projects are eligible. For example, a standalone ADU for temporary occupancy, occupancy during the rebuild is an eligible project. Also, a replacement single-family home destroyed by the Eaton or Palisades fire is eligible project, including accessory structures like garages, ADUs, and pools. What's not eligible are commercial, rental, multifamily, or temporary housing projects, or any property not damaged by the fires. Now, if you want to go ahead and have your fee waiver or get a refund, you do have to fill out a form. You can get the form by scanning the QR code here on the screen, or you could visit recovery.lacounty.gov/fee-waivers-and-refunds. Once completed, you can print up a copy and walk it into the office. You only need one to cover all departments, or you can include it as an attachment to your email, which y'all laughing at.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was on mute. Something I just sent in the WhatsApp, which we'll show when you're done. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Let me go on mute.
No worries. You can submit it as an attachment with an email to recovery@planning.lacounty.gov. And then CalAssist Mortgage Fund is still providing mortgage payment relief. It's 3 months of mortgage payments up to a maximum dollar amount of $20,000. Funds don't have to be repaid, and it's free to apply. The grants are paid directly to the mortgage servicer if you do qualify. And if you do apply, please be prepared to provide your mortgage statement, bank statements, utility bills, homeowners insurance, or FEMA claim, in addition to your proof of income. And for eligibility requirements, your primary residence must have been destroyed or considered uninhabitable due to any qualified disaster from the 1st of January 2023 through the 8th of January 2025, and that obviously includes the Eaton and Palisades fires. You also must have owned and occupied your home, and it can be up to 4 units on the property, and must meet the combined income limits of $140,700. Now, to actually apply for this grant, you do go to the website calassistmortgagefund.org. And if you need help or assistance with the application, you can get help over the phone by calling 800-501-0019. And that's available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. In addition, you can get assistance in person at either the Altadena Community Center at 730 East Altadena Drive in Altadena, or the One Stop Rebuilding Center at 1828 Sawtell Boulevard in LA. And that's available from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. So there are the Dealing with Disaster program supports community members in managing psychologically after a disaster. It covers mindfulness exercises, informational instruction, and discussion. Classes are open to everyone on a first come, first served basis, and they do have these walk-in sessions. So Tuesdays from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m., Thursdays from noon to 1:30, and then Saturdays from noon to 1:30 as well. And this is going on until November 29th, and they are going to be closed on Veterans Day and Thanksgiving Day. And this is taking place at Loma Alta Park, which is 3330 North Lincoln Avenue in Altadena. And then the Laundry Truck LA is providing their laundry services. The next 2 days of the services are tomorrow, where they'll be at South Pasadena San Marino YMCA, located at 1605 Garfield Avenue in South Pasadena. And then on Sunday at First AME Church, located at 1700 North Raymond Avenue in Pasadena. Each day they have the laundry drop-off hours of 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And once you drop off your laundry, you come back in a couple hours, they will have washed, dried, and folded your clothes. So again, if you need the service, it's a great thing for you to take advantage of it. And the Homo King in Queens have an event this Sunday. It's a wellness event. It's going to be free health screening resources and family activities taking place at the Fair Oaks Burgers, located at 2560 North Fair Oaks Avenue in Altadena. And this is taking place from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. If you'd like more information, you can send an email to homekings13@gmail.com. And as we talked about a little earlier, today is the deadline. If you're interested in running for one of the 8 town council slots, you can either scan the QR code or go to AltadenaTownCouncil.org to get your application. To fully apply, you do fill out your application and submit it with a $35 fee. You also want to include a one-page statement of qualifications. And once again, the deadline is today at 5 p.m. So hopefully some of you guys listen will actually run for the spot, since our very own Tony will not be doing so at this point in time. Then the farmers market with Together We Thrive is going to be taking place today from 5 p.m. to 6:30. It's going to be at 3541 Brandon Street. Brandon. They do suggest that you get there as soon as possible, because it may shut down early, because it's only until supplies run out. So if you're interested, please take advantage of this. Check it out. Dina Heals has a free yoga event guided by Yancey Cummins. It is tomorrow. So come through for an all levels grounding and revitalizing movement practice to help us connect deeply with our bodies and calm our minds. Yoga mats are provided and walk-ins are welcome. The doors open at 9 a.m. The class begins at 9:15 a.m. And this is located at the Paseo Outdoor Mall, which is 300 East Colorado Boulevard, Suite 151 in Pasadena. If you do want to participate, they ask that you reserve a spot at bit.ly/D as in David H-yoga. Oops. Here we go. Together We Rise is a wildfire relief concert starring Roxy Dar, who's an international soprano soloist. It's taking place tomorrow at the Langham Huntington, Pasadena. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, and it's going to begin at 7:30 p.m. And you can scan the QR code in order to get your tickets. And then Alta Arts Crafts Fair is also taking place tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's going to be at the Fraternal Order of Eagles, number 719, located at 455 East Woodbury Road in Altadena. It's about more than art. It's about rebuilding, reconnecting, and celebrating the heart of our local creative community. And then Lincoln Village Business and NATHA open house is taking place also tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So tour businesses and landmarks. Jazz One Trio will be there, refreshments, arts and crafts marketplace, and artists at Youth Media Tour or Center Tours. For more information, you can call 626-314-2223, or you can email cmwalker@natha.org. And what does it say? Marketplace vendor spaces are available. If you're interested in being a vendor, you can scan the QR code. And then there's a free community health fair put on tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Altadena Library, which is located at 600 East Mariposa Street in Altadena. It's put on by the Nurses Pub. So it's Nurses United Healing Altadena Together. The services offered are free mammograms, and pre-registration is required for this. Blood pressure and glucose checks, health screenings and consultations, wellness resources and giveaways. And for mammogram eligibility, you must be 40 years or older, no mammogram in the past 12 months, no current breast health concerns, and you do have to bring a photo ID. To register for your mammogram, you do have to go to the nursespub.org/health-fair-2025, or you can scan the QR code. If you would like more information, you can call or text 562-2 537-1646 for event information or table space information. And tomorrow and Sunday, so Saturday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Pasadena Convention Center, there is a Pasadena Home Show. It's going to be in Hall A, and this is going to be located at 300 East Green Street in Pasadena. There's going to be a whole lot of information about home stuff going on there. So if you're interested, please definitely check that out. And as we always say, last but certainly not least, we're going to, I'm showing our flyer for the Altadena Talks Foundation, A Day of Thanks Community Luncheon, taking place on Saturday, November 22nd, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Loma Alta Park Gym. It's at 3330 North Lincoln Avenue. And this is for those folks whose homes have been destroyed or considered uninhabitable, and you do need to provide proof when you register. If you want to register, please scan either QR code, the one on the screen or the one in the upper, or on the flyer in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, or you can go to AltadenaTalks.org/ATF meals sign up in order to get there. And Tony, when she comes back on, can probably let us know where we stand at this point in time with the registrations. And hopefully you haven't had to kick anybody else out.
No, I have them highlighted. I need to give them a call, that family of 9, because again, they're on Orange Grove at Lincoln. So you didn't lose a house and you don't qualify for this. But we're at 112. And yeah, if I minus those 9 at 103.
Mm-hmm.
But so really the real number is 103. I'm not going to remove them from this until I speak with them.
Sure.
But again, we are checking your IDs that you upload to make sure your house is no longer there. You were affected, and you have a right to come to this. We don't want you to take up space that could be for people that lost everything, because we're really doing this for them.
And with that in mind, please share the flyer, the information, if you have the QR code, with those that did lose their home or their house, they couldn't move in because of smoke damage. Please share this with them so they can participate. It's going to be a great day. We're going to have very great, very good tasting food, and it's a chance for everybody to fellowship, get together, see folks like we've mentioned before. You either haven't seen in a while or just a chance to get together and talk with one another, see where we stand. There'll be some folks where you can get some information as well. Like we had Williams on, he'll definitely be there. You can talk to him, and there'll be other folks that you can ask.
Hold on, y'all. This little killer is barking at one of my sons and his friend, I think. No itty bitty dog. Who do you think you're barking at?
Sorry about an alarm now.
Gosh, boy.
That's how Chewy used to be. And you're on mute.
It's gonna be tough. And littlest thing.
Every time.
Right.
Chewy
Now you gotta go out back. Go. So I opened the front door because he likes to sit there and look out of the screen. But now, see, you can only go in the backyard.
So, Tony, he would have got away with that license plate if he would have put a month sticker. He didn't put that. It's just a year sticker.
So pull that up. You guys, I just got this, I get alerts on my phone all the time. And something came up and it said is an article that somebody got pulled over by the police after they noticed a handmade license plate. So when you look at the picture, I was like, that was clever. Was it?
I can't putting that up.
Curious. Hold on, let me remove this one.
Clever. Because they had like the letters in the right color and the
you just the letters really don't look like.
They had it on the news yesterday. I saw this.
That's hilarious to me.
This fool got the spare tire on the trunk.
Well, that was probably after the police stopped him.
Oh, okay, because there's a seatbelt holding.
Oh no, it is something holding the tire. Now that I look at it bigger
through the back window.
Yeah, there ain't no window up there.
Lord have mercy. Oh, maybe they just bought it and just didn't have an opportunity to go do anything yet. But
Atwater, California. Where the heck is Atwater?
Atwater is down here. But you know what? Atwater Village, Atwater. That is see the writing on the back of the window? That is a salvage vehicle.
No, Atwater is in Northern California.
Oh, not Atwater Village. Sorry.
Yeah, this is no wonder why what's so funny? California has 40 million people.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of them live down in Southern California. But
right. Which is why traffic is so horrible.
Right. That's why when you see something like Atwater and they got their homemade plates, they'll be like, every time I think of Northern California, I think of
clever. But yeah, when you look at the tire is bald, the seatbelt from the back window is holding it on. It clearly is a salvage car because the writing is on the back window. And they made their own plate to be able to get around until they could do whatever, I guess. But it even says dmv.ca.gov on the bottom. Pull that picture back up, y'all. This is hilarious. They wrote the California in cursive, wrote their own license plate number, did the little red sticker for the expiration for your tag, and then at the bottom put dmv.ca.gov. They got online and said,
he would have got the month tag. He probably would have got, well, first of all, those letters, the 8 got real small. They they were doing well, and then they got real little.
They made that with a sharp.
Right. Look at that W.
But you know what? I give
like
them
a missing tooth.
I give them an A for effort because, baby, they were like, "I'm getting this car where it has to go. I need a new tire. I need a new window." That is too cute. Oh, they even put in the article, "We'll give this driver points for creativity." I do too. They said, while we appreciate the effort to stay compliant after losing the original plate, California law requires to display state issued. Oh, so that probably was their plate. They lost it, so they figured, hey, I'll just put another one on here.
I still got to drive to work.
Right. Kudos to them. They were like, I got to get where I got to go. Let me make a plate real quick. Great job, right?
Thanks, Sherry. Great job. I really appreciate you watching the podcast.
Great job, us, or great job on the plate? What was she talking about? The great job.
I don't know.
This is what the new plates look like now, the paper ones. So
the paper ones, right?
Stuff. If they had done it in black and white, they might have got away.
Yeah, because they're paper.
You can actually print that out.
Yeah.
Ronnie, when she got her new car, I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah, they give paper plates now.
Well, they started that in 2010 because 2010 when I moved up to Vegas. In 2009, they started that in 2010 because when my registration wasn't paid, I put paper plates over from the dealer, and it was like they pulled me over several times and said, "We don't allow those anymore. You have to have the actual registration plate."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Man, I talked my way out of 7 tickets up in Vegas."
Yeah,
because I was just nice. Everybody like, "What you pulling me over, officer?" I'm not doing all that. People always think if the police pull you over, that's your moment to make a video. It better be your moment to talk about and giving you a ticket. How about that?
Just be cooperative, man.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you never know when a police officer is having a bad day. And your smile could change his whole outlook on how he deals with the rest of the day. So, well, I don't know about y'all, but the way I'm going to deal with the rest of the day is...
You're going to get food.
You know it. Mm-hmm. I'm over here snacking on cashews. That's not enough.
Before we do that, though, I just want to give a shout out to the Dodgers. Want to wish them,
The broom is in the corner.
Yeah. We got one to go. Is it tonight?
It's tonight.
Hey, we finna be back in the World Series.
Now, I don't doubt that we're going to the World Series. I'd love to sweep them because they did not win a game against the Brewers during the regular season.
Yeah, and if we got to do the sweep.
That'd be great. They lost 6 straight games to them.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Playoffs are a whole different beast, but good luck to the Dodgers.
Wish you the best. Let's do it because they are doing. Let me see what my mom has to say.
The Dodgers.
Oh yeah, she asked me to send her the flyer for the November event. Absolutely, Jackie girl. I'm gonna send it to you right now. You want it via text or? Oh look, I'm looking at my phone, talking to my phone, but I need to look here and say because she's on here, not on the phone. you want me to send it to you in an email or text? I'm gonna send it to email and a text. That's okay. Because I'm gonna send her the flyer and the full, here's where you can go, yada, yada, yada. So she can forward that to any of her friends. All right, there it is. What is the name of it? A Day of Thanks Community Luncheon. So, Mom, I'm sending it in an email. Yes, text. Okay, I'll send the text too. But this has the link for people to click, and then I'll add the flyer, and then I'll send it to you on your phone in just a second.
And I did another of it, Tony, with the QR code a little bigger. I just put it in the WhatsApp too. I'm not sure if that was.
Well, I had the QR code bigger, but I made it smaller the other day when I had to add the verbiage beneath that says Altadena residents because of the other residents. So that's fine that you did that, but I made some adjustments to it the other day. So whatever.
It's the same flyer you updated. I just simply and I'm just saying I put it in the WhatsApp.
Oh, because I gave you access to my Canva to update it. That's right. Okay, cool.
That document.
Yeah, that's fine. The thing about it is, as long as they get the information, I don't care about the size of the QR code or nothing else. And I know that's how you feel too. Let's get it out there, however it is that we got to get it to people. Appreciate you making the update. And because I know on here, it needs to be large enough people could see and maybe scan it. So that's cool. Whatever it is, long as people get it, let's get it out there.
Yeah.
Yep. So Jackie Bailey, I just sent the flyer. Let me get this. I know you guys are laughing internally about me calling her that, but I do. Like my daughter calls me Becky. I do call my mother Jackie Bailey sometimes, y'all. Because that's her name.
Absolutely.
Now, if I really went all the way back to her birth government name, woo, I might get like when I see her next time, but I doubt it. But anyway. My mother knows I'm crazy. She knows who she carried in birth.
All right, y'all.
Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Listen, if you're going to the No Kings marches this weekend, remember, hold on. Don't leave yet, because I'm going to give you this. I'm going to put this one in our WhatsApp. I want you guys to remember this. These are the 10 rally reminders, because y'all know I'm going to probably show up somewhere. But be safe, careful, stay peaceful, all that. It's about our democracy. If you want to go, but remember these things so that you are safe, so that the clowns can't try to come out of nowhere and snatch you up or whatever. I found this online and I really liked it, where it says lead with love, not anger. 10 reminders, look out for one another, smile and greet others. Maybe we could put that on our page. Celebrate families and kids, lift your voice with positivity, keep it clean and respectful, make your signs speak peace, be mindful of words and tone, model nonviolence in every action, and carry joy beyond the rally. Because the clowns from 1600 and the regime, propaganda regime, is saying anybody that goes to these marches this weekend hates America. No, we don't. We actually love our country and our democracy. Right. We love our country, our democracy, our freedom of speech, and we are marching to preserve that. So these are some really good rally reminders. If you go, remember those things and don't let them say, oh, Antifa was there or somebody infiltrated, because what they will do, the other side, we know, they will send people to try to stir up chaos and start confusion and all of that. So then the police will have to use riot batons or shields or gear or tear gas or whatever. That's how you will know the difference. If you are truly going and it's about democracy and all that, remember those 10 things and make sure you're safe no matter what. But have a wonderful
Also, if I like to add, if you are going to go to
No Kings,
these protests, just go ahead and go get these masks. Everyone.
Cover your face.
Everyone should wear one of these Guy Fawkes masks. That way nobody knows who you are. You got the long hair, you got the mask on.
Yes.
They'll think you're some English bloke. Had to throw that in there. All right, people, we're outro. Oh, and here's what it would look like if you all wore them. See how that works? Nobody knows who you are. That's perfect. This guy right here in the middle, he didn't have enough money to buy one, so he drew one.
Hey, we just saw somebody made a paper plate. You can make a paper man.
Right.
And you won't get pulled over for that one.
Look,
Right.
put up paper, put what you want on it, make what you want. Make a sunny, smiley face, whatever, if you want to protect your identity. But go and enjoy and have a wonderful weekend. I think it'll be 87 by Sunday. So, we're in the season right now at 6 a.m. It's like 50 degrees. The next, by 10 a.m., that's winter. By 10 a.m., we're at springtime. By 1 p.m., we're in summer. And by 5 p.m., we're in fall. And so enjoy all 4 seasons every day because that's the time of year we're in. Have a good one.
Yeah. What she said. All right,
Who's
y'all.
pressing the button?
Talk to you guys.
Somebody.
This is